My name is Ariel Hart. I'm a spirit medium and psychic. I work with my angels and my ancestors to bring you, whether it's weekly forecast, monthly forecast from the spirit realm. And today's video is focusing on the week commencing the 16th of March to see what the universe has to bring for you. And I've put the cards into pile 1, 2, 3, and 4. I've also put crystals. I'm not really sure of the names essentially, but I'd say either you focus on the pile that you want to. You can stop the video and take your time. But I've put piles into pile 1, 2, 3, 4. We're basically focusing on tarot as well as some guidance cards as well to see what's coming up for you for this week. Okay, now we're going to start the video. Card that we have that they're showing me here is the Justice card. So I want to say that there could be legal issues, so that there could be illegal issues that come up this month or this week, and these legal issues could be something that you're aware of, but it doesn't have to be anything that serious. It could literally be the signing of contracts of a new house, of a new job. So I would say just look out for this one. So it might be that you're gonna have your signing of contracts for that mortgage, for that house, or potentially there could be something that's coming from the court system. So let's have a look and see what else they're saying, but be on the lookout for legalities coming. And then we've got the Three of Pentacles here. So I want to say that very much is contracts to do with a job, or at least something to do with work. So it could be that potentially there's been work issues and you've probably gone to a tribunal, or you're just looking for a new job. And this is the Three of Pentacles is very much about work and very much about the contract. So I want to say that you're basically maybe getting a new job, or you're signing off that contract for that job that you want, or there's something more to do with court issues that will come up that you might not be exactly aware of. And third card we've got is the Queen of Swords. So this week will be very much a week about conversations. There's also a woman here who might be helping you in terms of the court issues, or the signing of contracts, or the signing of legalities is what they're telling me. And I want to say I've got the Strength card as well. So I want to say that this is something that maybe has been going on for quite some time with those that have picked pile 1. That this is potentially an issue that's gone maybe to the courts, that's gone to the justice team. I want to say it's in relation to work, but they're saying that you can make it, you can pull through. And the last card we've got is the Ten of Swords. So I want to say there's an ongoing situation where you felt betrayed. So I want to say that this legalities is very much to do with potentially a court system. That's something that's going on in the court system. And I want to ask, I'm going to pull some more, just maybe 1 or 2 cards, and see how this is going to pan out. So let's have a look. So can they clarify for us to see what's coming up for you? How will this pan out as we go into this week? Okay, so we've got the Tower. So it's not going to be too great. This week's actually going to be quite a difficult week, and I think it's in relation to work. But they said that you can pull through, things can work out for you. And we've got the Knight of Wands here. So I want to say that whatever's going on at work, whether it's legal issues, maybe something's going on, there could be maybe an investigation in your name and you are maybe quite worried about it. But I want to say it's very much in relation to work. So I don't know, maybe you've been suspended from work, or there's issues going on. It could even be to do with house, because sometimes the Three of Pentacles can come up in homes as well. So it could be things maybe have fallen through, things are not really working out too well. And this week will be maybe a bit of a challenging week, but there will definitely be resolve, is what they're telling me. We've still got the 2 of the worst cards in the pile, which is the Ten of Swords and the Tower, which means there's going to be maybe things that you're not really expecting. You are going to feel a bit betrayed. But once that's over, we've got the Knight of Wands. So they're saying that you're going to keep going. We've got the Leos, we've got the fire signs here, that you're going to keep going. So things will work out for you, but it's going to be a bit more of a challenging week than maybe what you'd have liked, those that have picked pile 1. And I want to say it's very much in relation to contracts, very much in relation to work, maybe finding new homes as well. But things will be fine. They're saying you've got the Strength here, you've got that fire, so that you're going to have a drive that if this is going to be maybe one of the toughest weeks so far, you will pull through and you will overcome, and things will work out, as we've kind of picked clarifiers, and we've got the Knight of Wands and we've got the Page of Pentacles. And it might not be exactly what you want right now, but you will come out the other side. We've got the Knight of Wands, we've got the Page of Page of Pentacles. So I'm just going to say look out this week. So if you're signing contracts, just be wary that you're not signing things that, you know, that in the future are going to be detrimental to yourself. So that very much the justice, which is, you know, either the court systems or legal systems, and it might seem quite bad this week, but it'll definitely pan out. We've got the Knight of Wands, we've got the Pentacles. Just watch out for the Ten of Swords and the Tower, which can mean, you know, this week could be I would say a terrible week for you, but it will definitely pan out, and that's what Spirit's guiding and saying for you. So I'm going to have a look at guidance cards as well to see what are the other messages that they have. What does Spirit have to say? So we've got Mermaid Oracle cards here, which are quite my favourite. I do love these. So yeah, they're talking about, yes, that this week might be a bit of a testing time. They're saying it's journey of the soul. They're saying that these things do happen, that we do go through difficult times, but it's always to teach us a lesson, essentially. And this is the card of Emarama. I hope I'm saying it right. And it's talking about crossing deep waters, and this very much links into the Ten of Swords, that overcoming major challenges, which could be maybe potentially financial as well. We've got Pentacles, so there could be financial issues that that you've either been dealing with or you're going to come across this week as we go into it. But they're saying that, you know, it'll be fine. It's the journey of the soul. You're being guided. Things will definitely work out. So do not lose hope in that sense as well. And then we've got another card, so which is about experiments. And yeah, so this is another card that I might say, you know, there's darkness or negative energy, essentially. So things might not be what you want, and that kind of works out with the Ten of Swords and the Tower. And speaking about manipulation of nature, forcing change, cruelty in the pursuit of knowledge, and arrogance. So I'm going to say that you've been betrayed, that either you're going to find out things that you weren't expecting from someone that you're close to, but they're saying that be on the lookout for that. And they've got divine sexuality as well, making love and erotica. So despite all that, they're also bringing in love and romance, and that can also link into the King of Wands here. So your romance, so things might not be going too well in terms of maybe your career or other areas of your life, but we do have your romance coming up. We have got, you know, I'm going to say some passionate moments coming up this week as well. We've got this making love card, erotica love. So you're going to have that support potentially from a partner or your love interest or from your boyfriend or girlfriend. But your love life actually is doing quite well. The Three of Pentacles can also mean that someone's assisting you. That Queen of Swords could be an assistant. And we've got, you know, some thrills happening this week as well. So it might be a challenging week with the court system, but you are going to have someone with you. You are going to have some passionate moments and passionate times. So definitely look out for that is what they're saying. But you will definitely make it through this week. It might be difficult so far, but it will definitely pick up. And now we're going to go to those that have picked pile 2. Now we're focusing on those individuals that have picked pile 2, and we're going to see what Spirit has to say for what's coming up for you guys. So the first card that we have is the card of the Empress, which is a lovely card. It's a card of, you know, productivity, of creativity, fertility, a card of birthing something new in a good sense. So this week might be a very creative week for you as well. We've got the Seven of Wands, which could mean that there might be struggles. So maybe this week you decide to go for that job, that career, for that relationship that maybe not everybody is kind of fond of. It's a new start, but I see you standing your ground with it. So you know deep inside that it's what it's meant to be. Whether maybe you're at school and you don't want to be at school, you want to maybe go into a different career. That's also coming up. Then we've got the Wheel of Fortune. So this week is a really good week. We've got fated cards here. We've got the Empress, we've got the Wheel of Fortune, which is I see as a sense of a good fortune coming your way, but you're also working quite hard. And we've got the Six of Wands. So whatever it is this week, those that have picked pile 2, if it's relationships, you're going to have success. They're also saying there's good fortune in terms of that relationship. There could potentially even be a baby, because the Empress is very much a fertility card. And then we've also got the Nine of Pentacles here, which means that you are going to be successful. You are going to get what you want. If it's career-wise, I see you getting rewarded at work. If you've got maybe a side business, you're self-employed, there's money coming in, which is quite permanent money as well. I see you being independent, looking after yourself, being more indulgent with yourself. Really, really, I want to say taking care of yourself as well. And I want to say that, you know what, we all deserve to take that time out and enjoy ourselves. We've got the card of the Wheel of Fortune. So if you're thinking of doing something that maybe you're worried about, you've been a bit fearful about, this is the week to do it with the Wheel of Fortune. That whatever you want to, Spirit's sending you that luck that you need. And we've got the Empress, we've got this mother figure, so it could mean also that, you know, there's a mother figure, could be your own mother, could be an aunt, could be a friend who's very motherly, could be also giving you I would say maybe guidance, or maybe inspires you in a way as well, but definitely you're bearing good fruit is what they're saying. So whatever you want to do that's been on your mind, those that have picked pile 2, we've got very much great success cards. We've got the Empress, we've got the Wheel of Fortune, we've got the Six of Wands, and we've got the Nine of Pentacles. So if you've been worried about money and you've thought of this great idea to make money, I'd say go for it. If it's relationship and you're worried, oh my gosh, is this going to be long term? What's this week going to come? They're speaking that your relationship will be long term. The Empress is a very long term card. The Nine of Pentacles is a long term card. So if whatever's kind of being on your forefront this week, there's that pick pile 2, you're very much going to see that. I see you bearing fruit. Now I'm going to have a look at guidance for those that have picked pile 2. So I don't really need clarifiers because I feel like pile 2 is very straightforward. This week will bring you a lot of success, rewards, recognition. I see you spending a lot more time for yourself, so you might get paid, or you might get that extra cash that you're not sure I'm not really sure where it's come from. Maybe it's a side job, maybe a bonus, but you're very much sitting, you're very much living in wealth as well. Okay, so the first card we've got is the card of divination, which is one of my favourite cards. So those that have picked pile 2, I want to say listen to signs from your angels, signs from God, from your spirit guides, from your ancestors. They'll be very much speaking to you this week. And we spoke about fated cards, and they're saying that it is fate. So if you've got that project that you're working on, that relationship that you've always wanted, you've been dreaming about, and that person has come forward, they're saying it's prophecy, it's fate, it's destiny. So that's very much to keep mind of that. This week, things are very much fated for you. And we've also got the Song of the Siren, which says the call. So this very much makes sense with this birthing of a project, birthing of a new relationship, even a child itself. Song of the Siren very much focuses on, it's almost like the call, it's your time that you've been pulled to do this. Is the time for you to do this, and to acknowledge maybe your talents, to acknowledge what's deep inside you, whether people see it or not, is what we've got in pile 2. And oh my gosh, so we have another birthing card, so I'd definitely say be careful. Those that have picked pile 2, just be on the lookout. I mean, you might want to have a child, which is perfectly fine. This could be the week, could be your fertile week. We've got the Wheel of Fortune, we've got the Empress, and then we've got Yamaha here, which is about the grandmother of the ocean, which is also a birthing card. As you can see, the mermaid holding a baby. So I would say just be on the lookout. If you want to have a child, if you're ready for one now, then this week for those that have picked pile 2 could be your most fertile time. If you're not too sure that maybe you're not ready just yet, just be on the lookout, watch out that potentially, you know, babies are blessings, of course, but you know, if you're not ready, then just take extra precautions, because we've got 2 birth cards, as we can see. So those that have picked pile 2, I'm going to leave you with that, and we're going to focus now on those that have picked pile 3. I'm going to focus on those that have picked pile 3. Let's see what universe, what spirit has for you, and let's start with the pile 1. So the first card that we have here is the Knight of Swords, which can be a sword of you aggressively pursuing your goals, pursuing relationship, pursuing whatever you've always wanted to do. And I see you working really, really hard this week, whether it's for your own personal well-being or if it's professional, but that's the first card that they're telling me. The next card we've got is the Page of Wands. So I want to say that you're waiting for a message and you've been working really hard to hear back. And we've got Page of Wands, so if you've been waiting to hear news, it's coming for you. You've been working hard for something and you've been waiting. So this card of waiting, you will definitely hear something. And I want to say you're going to hear good news, because we've got the Queen of Cups. This queen is very happy. She's empathic. This could be news of love as well. So if you've been waiting to receiving contact from a certain individual, maybe, I don't know if you had an argument, but this person will definitely reach out with communication if that's what you're waiting for. If it's to do with the job, then you are going to hear back, and I want to say it's good news. If it's to do with finances, you're going to have great news in terms of your finances. We've got the Queen of Cups, so we could also have doesn't always have to be a female figure, but we've got also someone here who could be supporting you. As I can see, you're facing each other, and this person will bring you the great news. Then the last card, well, it's not the last card, the fourth card we have is the Ten of Cups. And I want to say that there could be a family reunion. You might not have planned anything, but I do see a get together, which could be family, it could be a relationship get together, it could be you and your partner and your children, or it could just be your immediate family. So we've got the Ten of Cups, we've got a family meeting, a family gathering, but all in all, it's very, very, very happy. We've got news as well. And then the last card we have is the Knight of Cups. So I want to say that those that have picked pile 3, your card, what they're telling me is that this week is very much relationship focused. You could even be meeting long lost friends or childhood friends of your partner, or even meeting their family. But there's definitely news. So if you're waiting on contact, we've got 2 contact cards. We see you being happy. We see the Ten of Cups. So you're either going to see that person face to face this week, or even better, you might be seeing their family, or you might be being introduced to your partner's side of the family or friends. So this week is going to be a great week for you in terms of your relationship. You really are going to see things moving forward. We might have had the Knight of Swords here, but as we go to the week, so maybe you've worked hard in your relationship to get you to a place where you are now, but definitely this week I see momentum in terms of your relationship. I see things working out well. I see messages, I see dates, I see a lot of meetups, I see great communication. Reunions, family gatherings. If it's not relationship, it could just be friends. I do see you and your friends having a great time. I know at the moment with the coronavirus, things are not it's not too great to be maybe out in large gathering as such, but I do see you meeting up with people, whether it could be friends. Ten of Cups always indicates a family, or whether it's just your partner or your love interest. So now we're going to have a look and see what does the angels say in terms of the Mermaid Oracle cards. The first card they've shown me here is the Sisterhood. So it's also about another gathering. So you know what? There could be a gathering with just you and your friends. Maybe you haven't seen each other in a while, and this is the week that you do see it. Could be planned, it might not be, but I feel like it is planned because you're getting that news. They're speaking about really utilization your friendships this week, which could also meet contact with the Queen of Cups. So you're going to have a good time. This week is going to be a good time for you, those that have picked pile 3. There's no issues here. I see a really good time. I see a good laugh. And basically what they're saying, they're kind of laughing in my ear, and they're saying, you know what, keep going. This will be a good week. You enjoy yourself. You socialise. You meet up with that guy, meet up with that girl, date, progress your relationship. If it's that career, keep going. But I'm definitely seeing celebrations this week. We've got the Sisterhood, basically meeting up with friends, socializing with friends. They're saying that, you know, you've been working hard, as we've got the Knight of Wands here. So you might have been really working hard in your career, and this is the week that you're thinking, you know what, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to take that time off. I'm going to enjoy my family, enjoy my relationship, because you have been working hard. And they're saying, you know what, you're doing great work. Keep going, but it's also time for you to take some time out. And the last one we have is the Return of Aphrodite. And they're also speaking about, I want to say this is a guidance card. Speak to your spirits and ask them for guidance. So if you're feeling a little bit stuck, maybe you've been working too hard, you haven't really been taking time to be very spiritual, this is a great card. And they're saying, you know what, speak to your guidance, speak to God, speak to your angels. And just to see there's more to life than, you know, working hard. In order for us to be well, we have to be spiritually well and sound as well. But those that have picked pile 3, it's going to be a great week for you. There's a lot of laughs, celebrations, eating, going out, enjoying yourself, loving moments, dates. That's all very much there for you, meeting up with your friends. Now we're going to go into pile 4. Not least, for those that have picked pile 4, let's have a look and see what Spirit has to say for your week ahead. Let's have a look and see what they're saying. So the first card we've got is the Nine of Swords, and this sword is a Nine of Swords. I typically say it's a card of anxiety, a card of depression. Maybe you haven't been sleeping too well, and this week I do see it carrying on, where it's going to be a bit of a struggle in terms of sleeping. So whatever you've been carrying on from the past few weeks, I do see it kind of getting worse, and I can understand why with the situation of where we are at the moment. And then we've got the Hierophant here, which can also be a father figure. It can be a father figure. So I want to say this could be to do with family issues. Maybe you're worried about someone who is your dad, who's a granddad. Could be even a female as well. It's not always but I do see you being worried about family, being worried about the situation at the moment as we go into this week. And then the last card we've got is this Fool, and it's a card of new beginnings. It's a card of taking risks as well. So I want to say that whatever you're worried about, you are not going to let that fear rule you this week, which is good. So I do see you taking risks. So maybe you're thinking of moving away, but you've been worried or you're concerned about family, of leaving someone who's a bit older than you, someone maybe who is a bit elderly. But I do see you taking a risk. We've got the Fool, which is a card of new beginnings, and I see brightness around you. So where you might have felt this depression, you felt this anxiety, it might not be to do with family, so it could be something totally different, but I do see family matters coming out here when I'm having a look for you. But I do see you depressed, but I do see yellowness around you, and it means that things are definitely going to get better. Where you might have feel stuck, I do see you maybe taking, so this risk might not seem very big to me, but it might be you taking that leap of faith where maybe you meet up with your friends, or you go out there and you're living life because maybe you've been stuck at home, you've been in the darkness, but you've decided, you know what, I'm going to take that leap of faith and I'm going to take that call and I'm going to go. And we've also got the Ace of Cups. We've got a card of new beginnings as well. So this could be relationship, this could be you meeting someone, this could be you starting a fresh start with a job, this could also be you starting a fresh start with your own I want to say your mental health wellness and not being stressed. And we've got the Lovers here as well, so I want to say we've got relationship. So you might have been stressed maybe about choosing between two different people, but I do see you this week making that choice and having that new beginning and taking that leap of faith and that risk. So maybe there is somebody who was a bit more traditional in your life, but there's somebody who seems a bit more wild, seems a bit more carefree, and it's what you need at the moment. And I see you making decisions this week. I see you having more than one choice, so it's not always relationship, but you're going to have the choice of more than, you're going to be given two choices this week, and I see it clearly. It looks like whatever you choose, it'll be perfectly fine. And we've got the Lovers, so we do have passion, we do have passion coming in, we do have a lot of good things, and I'm going to just have a clarifier. So we've got the Five of Pentacles as well, and then we've got the Ten of Cups. So I want to say that this is also another good week for those that have picked pile 4. We've got love, we've got stress, we've got this feeling of isolation. It could be money and finances worry as well with the Five of Pentacles that we've asked them to clarify for you. It could be relationship, but I want to say I do see a change in direction, things changing for the better. I do see success as well, where there might have been, maybe you might have been in the dark for too long. I do see love, I do see passion, I do see family. So if you've been worried about family, they're saying that everything will be fine with your family. If you've been worried about finances, this is also a good success. I'm also going to have a look, let's bring in the guidance tools and see what else is coming up. So I don't like to go in too much, because I feel like, you know, sometimes you can get too many things, but what they're telling me is there's very much things are changing in a better direction for you. So what they're saying, the first card we have is the card of fertility. So this could potentially be, maybe you've been worried about having children, you've been worried about family. So what they're saying to me is that if you've been worried about children, if you've been worried about, with that Nine of Swords, been worried about your future, you will definitely have that family. It doesn't have to be maybe your own children that you've given birth to, but if you're worried about family, essentially they're saying that things will be well. And there's also speaking about creative energy, so it could be a fresh start in terms of you starting something new creatively as well. Maybe you're painting, maybe you're writing, maybe you're doing something that allows you to release this energy, this negative energy, this darkness energy, the anxiety, the depression, being stuck, feeling lonely, the Five of Pentacles energy. But they're saying, you know what, this week is a great week for that creative energy. You are going to release that good energy. They're releasing it for you. The second card, which makes sense if you've been feeling a bit stuck, if you've been feeling depressed, you haven't been feeling like you want to do anything, we've got the card of freedom, and they're saying that you are going to have that independence. So if you've been scared, maybe you're feeling too stuck with your family, not in a negative way, but you feel responsible for them, they're bringing in freedom. So I think you will make a choice that in the long term allows your self-determination, your self-independence, and your own freedom, as we've got here, which is perfect, which is great cards. And then we've got the present. So the present here is about living in the moment. Maybe don't worry too much about the future, but you know, that energy of the Fool, the card about living in that moment, taking risks. you know, in a way, yeah, nobody wants to be a fool as such, but sometimes, you know, when you don't think too much, you know, you can make great decisions that way, because you're thinking about them in a moment. Are you happy? No. But sometimes when you're very pragmatic and you're thinking too much in the future, it does leave you a bit stuck, and you're not moving, you're not progressing. But we've got the Four, we've got the Ace of Cups, so you didn't have much to worry about. Essentially, you've got a fresh start. We've got the Present. They're speaking about a gift. They want to give you this gift of a new start. There's treasure awaiting for you. You can see with the rainbow of the Ten of Cups. So, and you're worth much more than maybe what you've been allowing yourself to believe. So those are fit pile 4. This week could mark a completely sense of direction for you. It could mean maybe you're moving away from home. It could be physically moving away from home. It could maybe you're severing ties with family, or even a past relationship or a boyfriend, is what they're telling me. Somebody new could be coming into your life with the Ace of Cups. So we've got the Lovers. There's a choice to be made as well this week, but it all looks good. That final card is the Ten of Cups, which is a card of, we've got a rainbow, so it means whatever you've got to make this week, it's going to be fine. We've got fertility here, we've got freedom, and we've got the Present. So I want to say that pile 4, you'll just be fine. And I want to say thank you for having readings with me today. Please let me know if you've got any testimonials, and I'll also be doing more readings as well. Thank you very much.